apparently there's been a huge update in the Jonathan Majors case. And all I gotta say is, Uno reverse. So let's get into it.
Jonathan Majors has filed a domestic violence complaint against his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, in this ongoing case in which she claims that he physically assaulted her, but now he's saying that she actually physically assaulted him. So what happened was, back around March 25th, there was an incident on a street corner in Chinatown that occurred between Jabari, which is his ex-girlfriend, and Jonathan Majors, in which there was a physical altercation, and she claims that Jonathan Majors gashed her ear and broke her finger. Jonathan Majors is actually saying that she gouged his face and gave him some other injuries. And so now he's finally coming out and he's stepping up and he's saying that what really happened is she physically assaulted him, and he's letting it be known in 2 New York Police Department precincts, Chinatown and the Manhattan District location, which is where the location that covers where he lives.
For starters, I'm going to say I hope he's truly innocent in this because it's become one huge debacle. And most importantly, if all this is proven to be incorrect, I want him to get all his deals back. All of it.
I 110% agree with you that if he is proven innocent, every single one of these film studios, management companies, his agent, and all these other organizations, like I think it was the Army that dropped him from 2 ad campaigns prematurely, need to get that man his money back, or at the very least acknowledge that they were wrong and they were premature to act. I really don't understand what's wrong with letting the evidence play out before prematurely cutting ties with someone. Unless what happened is immediate and irrefutable, that what he did is true and that he actually physically assaulted this woman, I can understand in that event completely cutting ties off rip. But if you don't have all the evidence, if there's nothing besides a he said, she said, I don't think it's right to to just sever ties with him off of what? Off of a news article that came out?
I understand how having a bad client can damage the brand's reputation overall. But here's the thing though, right? Just how these brands weren't loyal to Jonathan Majors and they're quick to cut ties, Jonathan Majors doesn't need to be loyal to any of these brands either. So there's a price to loyalty. And when you show no loyalty, then the price needs to go up. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
And as soon as this whole thing is cleared out, everybody's going to want to work with him again. Everybody's going to want to work with him. And I think all those previous brands that were like, oh no, I'm going to drop out, or even Marvel Marvel didn't fully like ban him or cut him from the Kang role. Right. I think they just kind of put it on pause for a little bit. So I'm not going to go all the way in on Marvel, but all those other companies, he needs to ask for double or triple. I'm sorry. You deserve it, because I'm so tired and sick of all these companies automatically getting on the bandwagon, the cancel bandwagon, without all the evidence being out. It's annoying. Not only that, but it's just unjust. You should judge people after the trial, not during it. It's BS.
To add to what you just said, listen, obviously he's in Hollywood, so he can't just turn his back. He could, but he shouldn't just turn his back on certain opportunities that come his way. Like, for example, the Army dropped him. If the Army came back and said, hey, we were wrong, we're going to pay you more, I think he should take it. But as far as his agent that dropped him, I would not go back. You told me no, I would not go back. There's plenty of agents out there. You should have enough loyalty to me to say, listen, while this is happening, we're going to take a step back. We're going to pump the brakes. We're going to hold off on anything new. But to just totally drop me without having any hard evidence, I think that's totally unacceptable. I would never go back to that same agent, ever.
Yeah, there are lawyers who don't even do that. Yeah. So just the fact that his agent was so quick to be like, all right.
Exactly. Whenever I hear this case, it reminds me of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. Just because I think if nothing else, that situation showed us that believe all women is probably not the best philosophy to follow.
No, it should be believe all evidence, because men lie, women lie, kids lie, people lie.
Exactly. It's like, even like you said, you think that these companies are going to want to rush back to work with him if he's found innocent.
Yeah.
I hope that's true. But part of me is in my mind like, I don't know if that's going to be the case. Because it just seems like once you have your name tarnished even a little bit with one of these situations, it's so hard to get back into favor that you were in before.
Yeah,
it's like you're tainted. You'll never be the same. It's like taking a mint card out of the package and trying to put it back in there. It sucks.
It's still even hard for Johnny Depp to get something.
It is.
Like, when's the last time you saw him in a movie?
I don't know. But I know he's starting to now just start getting more. I know Rihanna put him in something. People had backlash about that, uproar about it. Too bad. And then, sorry, it's something else. He was at an award show. He got nominated for something. I forget.
I know he models for Dior Sauvage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Here's another thing that came to my mind when I'm listening to all this. Okay, after I read the article from, I forget the outlet, about the police reports, I said, okay, it's clear that this woman is a little bit crazy. His ex-girlfriend.
Wait, she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And so my thing with Jonathan Majors is now in 2023, there's no reason in the world that if something happens, you don't grab the phone. If I'm if I'm Jonathan Majors and I see she's starting to pop off and go into her crazy
I'm going cameraman all day.
All day. I'm recording myself, recording her, recording myself, recording her. It's not gonna be a situation where she said, "Oh, he hit me." No, where? So here's a video.
But I think also the problem with that though now is you gotta think now there's AI, so then they can fake your voice. They can like.
We ain't there yet though. We're getting there. For the voice, yes.
Yeah, we there with the voice. The editing and all the other stuff like that.
For the video,
we're not there yet, and I hope we're not. I hope that comes after I'm way gone.
By the way, that's a good point. Here's another thing. In the police report, she said that he broke her finger and I think gashed her ear. Is there any physical evidence of that to prove it? I didn't see any.
I don't know.
But guess what? Jonathan Majors' defense attorney put out evidence that she gouged his face.
Yeah.
And did something else physically to him.
But I'll be honest though, because when I initially read the report, it didn't seem like she was trying to frame him. If I'm being completely honest, like when the official report came out, she tried to deny some of it. She tried to take some of it back. I'm not agreeing with what she did. What she did, I think, was very foul. Like she shouldn't have hit him at all if she did intend hit him. And we gotta say allegedly because we obviously don't know. Not everything has come out yet,
bro. Because and I don't want to cut you off. It's just that. I know you're saying she didn't try to frame him. I think what happened is she didn't intentionally try to frame him.
Yeah,
she did it by accident.
I was about to say she probably got her emotions riled up.
She lied.
It happened. She realized what she did. She tried to take it back. Exactly. But once you open that genie up, it can't go back in.
Exactly.
It's done.
That's what happened. She didn't sit there and in a premeditated way go, I'm going to frame your A and you're going to jail.
Yeah.
She was hysterical and she's like, oh, he did this to me, gouged my ear. There's a video of her walking up the steps after the altercation 3 hours later, grabbing onto the handrail with the right hand that she claims the finger was broken on. Is there any gash behind her ear? No. He's the one that has the gash on his face. So clearly, who's telling the truth?
All I'm going to say is that in today's society, it's not okay for anyone to assault anyone. So it's not okay to set a precedent where, a woman can assault a man just like how a man should never assault a woman. Because at the end of the day, if you can't control yourself, just leave. That's the policy I operate on. I'll just leave. Because at some point in time, it's like, what are you going to solve if you just keep arguing anyway? The only thing that you're going to solve, you're not going to solve anything. The only thing that you're going to cause your neighbors to call the cops on you. That's it. Ultimately, I'm going to say that it looks like his lawyers made a good decision because it looks like his name is starting to get cleared up. It looks like she made a bad decision because she's just acting up. And hopefully, he is innocent. This is all right now purely allegedly because we don't know anything.
Listen, I hear what you're saying. I think he's innocent. Not hopefully, I think he's innocent. I think there's evidence to support that he's innocent. And so I hope that the evidence plays itself out and she gets some type of punishment. Because we need to have situations to balance out the scales.
Oh, yeah, because this is it's not only bad when the man gets falsely accused, but it's bad for the women that really do have issues.
True.
Because then you have men and other people who don't want to hear them out because they're like, well, how do I know you're not another Amber Heard? How do I know you're not another Jonathan Majors girlfriend?
Grace, whatever her name, yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's almost like a case of the boy who cried, or the girl who cried wolf, right? These women are crying wolf. They're saying that they're being abused when they're not. And again, like you just said, there are obviously real abuse victims. Yeah. Real women that are getting abused sexually, physically, all the above. And I mean, some things go without saying.
Yeah.
Obviously terrible, right? The women like Amber Heard, like you just said, I'm copying what you said. Women like Amber Heard, Grace, whatever the heck her name is, and his ex-girlfriend, they are really jacking it up. And so women need to start holding them accountable.
I was about to say, they're the ones that should really be like on them because they're really messing it up for the women that really have issues.
Yeah, women need to hold them accountable.
Yeah. This isn't like a man versus women thing. It's someone doing something that's really crappy to somebody else.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
But ultimately, guys, this has been Bad Decisions. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and let us know what you guys want us to review next. All right, guys.